Across the globe, there are places deliberately kept off the map. Zones hidden by military power, corporate secrecy, or environmental disaster. These are not just blank spaces on a chart, but living, breathing regions where access is tightly controlled and information is scarce. The reasons for their secrecy are as varied as the landscapes themselves, but the result is always the same: a world divided into those who know and those who never will. These forbidden zones aren't just locations, they're systems of control, designed to keep outsiders out and secrets in. Every barrier, every camera, every warning sign is a message: you do not belong here. The boundaries are enforced not only by physical means, but by laws, technology, and sometimes even by fear itself. From Central Asia's empty plains to Southeast Asia's polluted rivers, these areas reveal the hidden costs of progress. Environmental devastation, displaced communities, and lost histories are often the price paid for secrecy and advancement. The scars left behind are rarely seen by the public, but they shape the world in profound ways. What makes a place forbidden? It's not just a locked gate, it's an invisible wall built from power, profit, and fear. Sometimes the most impenetrable barriers are the ones we cannot see, enforced by silence and the threat of consequences for those who dare to look too closely. Governments and corporations create these zones to shield sensitive activities, whether it's weapons development or resource extraction. The stakes are high. National security, corporate profits, and even global stability can hinge on what happens behind these closed doors. In today's hyper-connected world, the urge to carve out secret spaces is only growing. As technology advances, so do the methods of hiding and protecting information. Digital barriers now join physical ones, making these zones even harder to penetrate or expose. We see it in China and Russia's military partnership, in tech giants' culture of silence, and in the toxic landscapes left by unchecked industry. Each example is a reminder that secrecy is not just about hiding things, it's about shaping narratives, controlling resources, and sometimes rewriting history itself. This journey will take us inside these forbidden zones, military bases, poisoned rivers, and corporate fortresses, revealing what's hidden and why it matters. We'll explore the stories that have been buried and the consequences that ripple far beyond their borders. By peeling back the layers of secrecy, we begin to understand not only what is being hidden, but why it matters for all of us. The truth behind these forbidden zones is not just about secrets. It's about the power to decide who gets to see and who is left in the dark. Along the blurred and often inhospitable borders of China and Russia, a new era of military forbidden zones is quietly taking shape. These are not just lines on a map, but vast stretches of land and sea where access is strictly controlled, and the presence of outsiders is met with suspicion and force. These aren't relics of the Cold War, but sprawling, state-of-the-art enclaves where Chinese and Russian forces conduct joint exercises, test new tactics, and build trust, far from the gaze of Western intelligence. Here, the two powers are forging a partnership that is both strategic and symbolic. In 2023, Chinese and Russian warships practiced coordinated missile strikes in the Sea of Japan, sending a clear signal to their rivals. By 2024, their cooperation had expanded, with joint naval drills alongside Iran in the Gulf of Oman, demonstrating a growing willingness to project power far beyond their own shores. Their message is unmistakable: our military reach is not just regional, but global. These alliances are designed to challenge the status quo and reshape the balance of power. These drills are not only frequent, but also increasingly complex, involving thousands of troops, advanced weaponry, and coordinated maneuvers. Together, they are building a formidable bloc that remains off-limits to outsiders, both physically and in terms of information. Information about these activities is tightly controlled. Only carefully curated state media reports and fleeting satellite glimpses offer any insight into what's really happening behind the barriers. This secrecy is deliberate, denying adversaries the intelligence they need to anticipate or counter these moves, and keeping the true scale of cooperation hidden. The United States now faces the sobering reality of a potential two-front conflict in the Pacific, as Russia rapidly modernizes its Pacific fleet, and China's navy grows in both size and sophistication. Armed with hypersonic missiles, stealth technology, and advanced submarines, these combined forces are rehearsing for a future where they could control vast stretches of the Pacific and beyond. In these forbidden zones, China and Russia are not just training, they are preparing to redraw the map of power, challenging the established order and shaping the future of global security. Why all this secrecy? It's about strategic advantage. Shielded from prying eyes, China and Russia can test new weapons, refine joint tactics, and build a unified fighting force. The unknown is a weapon, forcing adversaries to guess, worry, and over-prepare. Their No Forbidden Areas Alliance projects limitless cooperation, from intelligence sharing to potential conflict over Taiwan. At home, state media broadcasts images of flawless drills, reinforcing national pride and the illusion of perfect unity. Mistakes and disagreements are hidden, ensuring only strength is seen. These zones are rehearsal spaces for a new world order, where power is projected far beyond their borders. By controlling access and information, China and Russia are building a shadow alliance, leaving the world to guess their next move. In Southeast Asia, forbidden zones aren't guarded by soldiers, but by the devastation of industry. In Myanmar's remote hills, unregulated rare earth mining, driven by Chinese demand, has created toxic wastelands invisible to the world. Mountains are leveled, chemicals leach heavy metals into rivers, and satellite images reveal barren scars where forests once stood. The poisoned water flows into Thailand, turning rivers like the Kok into hazardous, muddy streams. Thai data shows spikes in arsenic and other toxins, making these rivers too dangerous to use. For local communities, the river is now a forbidden zone, too polluted to fish, drink, or even touch. The environmental crisis, born in Myanmar's secretive mines, devastates lives far downstream. The river itself stands as a stark reminder of the hidden costs of our modern economy. For villagers along Thailand's Kok River, the forbidden zone is the water itself. Once a source of life, the river is now a source of fear. Its brown, toxic flow a daily threat. Farmers hesitate to irrigate. Fishermen pull up empty nets or diseased fish. Skin ailments, rashes, and sores are on the rise, especially among children. Many have no choice but to use the river, risking illness with every contact. The long-term effects, developmental issues, neurological damage, cancer, are terrifying, especially where medical care is scarce. Their suffering is invisible to the world, even as global consumers benefit from the rare earths mined upstream. These communities pay the price for a hidden industry they cannot control. The toxic river is a constant, heartbreaking reminder of a forbidden zone that has stolen their future. Forbidden zones aren't just physical. Sometimes the most impenetrable barriers are invisible, woven into the very fabric of daily life. These hidden boundaries exist deep inside China's tech giants, where the world's most advanced technologies are born and guarded. Within these corporate fortresses, information is tightly controlled and secrecy is law. Security is everywhere. Cameras, guards, and digital firewalls. Employees sign strict non-disclosure agreements, pledging silence about their work. Here, a single careless word or misplaced file can end a promising career in an instant. Every announcement and product launch is meticulously managed to project perfection. Behind the scenes, teams rehearse for weeks, ensuring no detail is left to chance. Mistakes are hidden, dissent is silenced. Employees learn quickly that questioning decisions or speaking out can have serious consequences. Information is compartmentalized. Most employees know only what they need, and internal communications are closely monitored. Trust is earned slowly, if at all. The real forbidden zones are areas of knowledge, accessible only to a select few at the very top. Even veteran staff can find themselves locked out of crucial information. This culture drives relentless innovation, but at a human cost. Constant pressure, self-censorship, and a lingering fear of crossing invisible lines that can shift without warning. The price of working here is a piece of personal freedom. Every day, employees weigh ambition against the risks of stepping out of line. For many, the corporate fortress feels less like a workplace and more like a prison, one where the walls are built from secrets, silence, and sacrifice. The consequences of crossing a corporate forbidden zone are severe. In September 2025, Xiaomi fired Wang Teng, its head of China marketing, for leaking secrets. His dismissal was swift and public, a warning to all employees. The company declared zero tolerance, echoing the language of state crackdowns. Wang's career was erased overnight. His public apology on social media was a final act of contrition. The message: no one is indispensable, and no secret is too small to protect. This public spectacle reinforced a culture of fear and silence. In China's tech world, the Forbidden Zone is a boundary of information, guarded by ruthless discipline. The real asset isn't just innovation, it's the power to keep a secret. For employees, the threat of erasure is always present, ensuring loyalty above all else. How are these forbidden zones kept secret? Through a mix of state power, isolation, and fear. In military zones, governments control media and deny access, filling the void with propaganda. In Myanmar, remote geography and lawlessness shield environmental crimes from scrutiny. No regulators, no free press, just silence and unchecked devastation. In corporations, legal threats and a culture of loyalty enforce secrecy. Whistleblowers are punished, not praised. The public firing of executives like Wang Teng is a warning to all. Ultimately, secrecy relies on controlling people, through intimidation, isolation, or fear of losing everything. This multi-layered system keeps forbidden zones hidden, just out of sight. Forbidden zones are more than secret places. They're a reflection of concentrated power and lost transparency. From military drills to toxic rivers and silent corporate halls, these hidden spaces reveal the true cost of secrecy. If the veil were lifted, we'd see the real impact. Military alliances shaping geopolitics, pollution poisoning distant communities, and corporate silence stifling innovation. These secrets persist because knowledge is power. Military, environmental, or corporate. The existence of forbidden zones challenges the idea of an open, connected world. Even in the information age, darkness endures where power demands it. The activities inside these zones don't stay contained. They shape our future in ways we're only beginning to grasp. To ignore them is to ignore the forces quietly shaping our world. The battle for transparency is far from over.